And welcome to ID Judging. Sorry if I'm loud, I am very excited. Hello! The rumble of scientific triumph. My little frog is singing. Hi. And welcome. For all of you who don't know, we are here to judge fan-made custom IDs. I will heavily scrutinize and be kind of an asshole about it, because shit, it's been a long for the last couple weeks. I've been excited for this. Alright? Let's fucking go. Unless you go through 3 of my ideas. I probably won't. I imagine I'll probably look at 2. But yeah. Hey guys! We're back! Oh my goodness, we're back, man! Hello Rattler! Hello Bomb! Hello Scarecrow! Hello Dragon! We are fucking back! Sorry, I'm in a really good mood. I got a lot of work done today and I'm streaming and it feels good. Let's fucking go. And as is tradition, we will start with the Rattler ID. This will be Kaspar's Bistro, Chef de Cuisine, Kaspar. 3-star ID with 3 to 7 speed, 200 health, 49 defense level, a stack of threshold at 70%, 40%, and 20%, normal to slashing, fatal to pierce, and ineffective against blunt. Starting off with skill 1. Let's get started then. A 4+3 for a total of 10, and +2 appetite Kaspar. Base power +1 for a total of 11, and then if the target has 4+ bleed count, coin power +1 for a total of 13. On hit, inflict 2 bleed count, gain 2 appetite Kaspar. If the target has 5 bleed, gain 1 additional. Okay, I'm gonna read appetite Kaspar real quick. Appetite Kaspar, plus X times 5% more damage against targets with bleed, max 50%. Spent when passive activates. Nodders. That's the passive. Kiss. Hi, Gale! Oh my god, hi! Oh, how I missed ID judging. Alright. Skill 2. Geese. Aw. Skill 2. Perfection. 3+5 for a total of 18. Oh, wait. Oof. Holy shit. Probably gonna stop Monster Hunter World ID for now. I'm attempting to put Charge Blade and Limbus cost like 60 SP. Oh my god, dude. Gain 1 Clash Power for a total of 21 Clash Power. Deal 10% more damage. Numbering my numbers for real. Deal 10% more damage for every appetite Kaspar, max 50%. Gain 2 appetite Kaspar. Inflict 2 bind next turn. Inflict 3 bleed. If the target has bleed or paralyze, inflict 4 HP healing down. If the target has HP healing down, instead gain 3 appetite Kaspar. Holy shit. 3 appetite from that? Oof. If you've got like multiple skill 2s, you could really build appetite really quickly with this. I truly can cook anything. Skill 3. 3+3 for a total of... my brain. 16. 1 coin power for every 6 bleed, which bumps this up to a max of 23? Yes. Max of 23, boosts damage by 1% for every 1% of health the target is missing. I like that. On hit game... This is very Chef Ryoshu build. On hit, game 1 appetite Kaspar, heads hit, final coin deals 5% more damage. Game 1 appetite Kaspar, final coin deals more damage. Game 1 appetite, final coin deals more damage. The final coin deals 5% more damage. Deal 5% more damage for every appetite on Kaspar on himself, maximum 100%. If a 10 appetites Kaspar, spend it according to the passive. Okay. Hello? Anyways. After defeating an enemy, heal the ally with the least HP for 15 HP. And this Chef de Cuisine custom ID is very Chef de Cuisine coded. World's smartest frog. I know! Don't have to make fun of me, goddamn. Damn, just go back to doing this shit. After defeating an enemy, heal the ally with the least HP for 15 HP. After staggering an enemy, reduce the stagger threshold of an ally by 5. I like that. If this unit has an appetite, this is Rallo showed me at some point. This is the actual wording for Chef Ryoshu. If this unit has an appetite, and I fucking love that. Spend it when triggering the passive to apply the following effects based on encounter random ally. At 1. Okay, at 1 gains 2 offense level this turn and next. At 3. So it says spend it says spend it. Does this mean spend it and activate the passive or just spend it? No benefits from the passive. Instead of repeat the effect on a different ally for every excess. Oh my goodness. I mean, it is okay. Yeah, when triggering. Without triggering the healing stack shows. Not as. I do like the idea of the skill 3 buffing allies using appetite. I like that. Defense, Clashable Guard, 5+10 for a total of 15. Clash when if the target is bleed, activate bleed on target, reduce count by 1, instead of increasing stagger threshold. Oh! I like, that's interesting. When hit, inflict 1 bleed against the attacker. That's interesting. Kinda air because you could always uptie 1 and not have the passive active. Yeah. What do you mean you could always be uptie 1? We're judging these based on entirely on uptie 4. What do you mean? It's kinda air because you could not have the passive active, but no, it triggers the passive. It spends it according to the passive. Look, if we wanted to judge, also, like, this line wouldn't be here. Yeah, this line wouldn't be here. Also, the skill 3 wouldn't exist! Also, the skill 3 wouldn't exist in uptie 2 or 1! It triggers it. You could still not have the 3 Lust 2 Pride. I imagine it triggers the passive regardless. We're gonna judge ID based on lower uptide, stare at Priest Krager. I don't think that exists in skill 1 and 2 in the passive and the defense. We watching custom IDs, right? Yeah. If you're at 10 uptide without having the passive, then you're doing something wrong. Also that. If I don't like the spend information being in the passive that can be turned off. If it's extra, it'd be fine. I think it's pretty clear to me. I understand what it's going for here. I didn't need to ask. Rather, the one thing which was it just says spend it. I would change this wording to forcibly activate the passive and spend appetite according to it. You know, forcibly activate the I would actually, yeah, honestly, like, making this a separate thing might work better, but yeah, I think it's like making it clear that you're forcibly spending it and activating the passive according to that would be more clear here. Yeah. Spend it when triggering a magnificent dish. Yeah. And then, you know, and then this would be trigger this. Yeah. TF2, shall we go with this TF2 scout you saying? I will look at that at some point. I've promised that I would look at one of Dragon's IDs first. And it's tradition to start off with a Riddler ID. Oh my goodness! Wait, hold up! Seekers of the Storm Phase 3 update is here! I kind of want to know. Chat, I'm so sorry. I'm going to look at the fucking update information for Seekers of the Storm real quick. I really want to know. What? Oh my goodness, more abilities. Okay, and you know what? I'll look at it after stream, and I'll play it after stream. I need to focus up. Lock in. No. Not looking at that right now. Looking at IDs. IDs that I will judge. IDs that will have fun. Alright. I mostly kept it so it's closer to the base appetite we just spent by this package. So yeah, that's fair. This means Rat can cook the worst idea imaginable, and Elman will be forced to read it. Yeah. I mean, I do choose which of Rat's IDs I fucking read. Although, he uploaded the Kaspar ID. Just now, so, yeah. The pink bomb has been loaded in case of time. Get them! Kill! Anyways, what was I saying? Pink bomb has been loaded in case you have time for a second on my IDs. Notice. Perfected flavor, the support passive. When an enemy is defeated, the ally with the least HP heals 10 HP once per turn. When an enemy is staggered, the ally with the high... Okay, so it's this without the appetite stuff. Honestly, I like this simple. Yeah. It's also pretty damn good. I like this. I wouldn't say it's like anything inspired, but I like this. This is bot name judging for KL. Yeah, chef but good. It's literally Chef Ryoshu, but if she was good. That's all this idea is Chef Ryoshu if she wasn't dog shit. If she wasn't made during Imtavalo 1. No offense to Chef Ryoshu, but holy shit. I will say, you know, there's no bleed infliction on this, but that's in, like, you know, spirit of the things of Chef Ryoshu. I really like the passive. I think it's interesting, and, yeah. I'd say, like, do I give this an A or a B? I think a high B. A because he's hot. True. Should I start taking... Ugh, how attractive is this idea? Rigging would be insane. You could rig it so hard. Still holds up, however little. Just powered it, yeah. How do I'm gonna close Steam so I don't get Steam notifications, because I don't want to, like, dox my fucking friends. There, Steam's closed. What was I saying? Yeah. I think this gets pretty good. I like it. Okay, yeah, it's allowed. Hey. I need to find the A. There you go. A. Good job. Okay. Now, now the big word. This is everyone while magical boys I'm the least happy about overall. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. This will be LCE E.G.O Gold Rush Heathcliff, a 3-star ID with 5 to 8 speed, 210 health, 52 defense levels, stack of thresholds at 80% and 50%, endured to slashing, fatal to pierce, and endured to blunt. Against blunt. I don't know, I need to keep tradition, and I always did that wrong, so, 5 to 8 is quick, ludicrous. Can't clock it, apparently. I'm the only one who resonates enough with a greedy bastard. So just let's get this over with so I can take this damn dress off. Skill 1, Sparkling Strike. 6+6 for a total of 12. On use, gain 1 haste next turn if this unit's speed is faster than the target, 1 clash power for a total of 13. If the unit has 6 plus bleed, 1 base power for a total of 14. Although one of those is clash power, so 13. So one of, wait, no, 14, yeah. One of those is clash power, so keep it in mind. Inflict 2 bleed, or heads hit, gain 1 haste next turn. Speedy! I do like the idea of, like, Gold Rush. I mean, of course, Gold Rush is going to be fast, but I like the idea of, like, the speed ID the Gold Rush is sort of trying to be, and also Speed Bleed. Ecstasy of Triumph. A 4+4 for a total of 12. This unit is faster than the target, gain 1 coin power for every 2 speed difference, for a total of then 18. Notice. Read the coin number again. Oh yeah, 14. No, wait, hold up. Ugh. My brain. 16. Yeah, 16. Shut the fuck up, chat. 16 base, then max of 2, which will be now 32. Wait, no, 30. Fucking... Am I okay, chat? Hello, Void. For a total of 22. Inflict 1 on hit, inflict 1 bleed. Heads hit, increase this unit's speed by 1 until the end of the attack. That's really interesting. I like that, but I have one thing. Now it really depends on what's here. I wouldn't make this until the end of turn, so it could be comboed with other things. It might make it too powerful. It depends on what's like coming up in the future, but the end of turn could potentially combo with other things. If you really wanted to be fucky with it, make it end of turn and make that include clashes, so then you can now start clashing with something that was impossible to clash with before. But that's a bit too goofy. More of a mitigation to other parts of the kit rather than a boost. Not as. Inflict 3 bleed, and if this unit speed is faster than the target, gain haste next turn equal to speed difference max 6! Holy shit! Fast! Skill 3, the Road of Gold. 10 plus 15 for a max of 25. Or a total. Combat start, this skill will be reused on different targets and or parts up to the amount of conditions met. Max 1 per skill per target. There is an enemy marked with a mark of villainy that is not the main target. This unit has obtained momentary bliss. The unit is faster than the speed of all enemies. The main target has 20 plus bleed. Okay, just immediately, I really like this. I would make some of these a bit harder to pull off, but also it is max 1 skill per target, which makes this from an insane thing to a really good thing. I like it. I like it. If there's only... Wait, there's more? If there's only one enemy or part that can be hit, skill reuse... Oh no, this is different. Skill reusers will be against the same target, max 2 reuses in this case. That's interesting. Alright. Yeah, if it's only enemy slash part, most things have multiple parts. I like that. I might make that max 1 reuse still, but at 0 minus Saturday, 50% chance of targeting, for the targeting of reuses skill to become indiscriminate. Deal bleed on target times 2% more damage for this skill, max 100%. If this unit speed is faster than the target, deal more damage based on the speed difference. 10% per one speed difference, max 100%. If the target was defeated, gain 15 sanity, trigger bleed on the target and gain 1 price of obsession, inflict 2 bleed and gain 1 haste next turn. Reuse on hit reuse, lose 15 SP. That makes this a lot more interesting. Never mind. I like it. This is really good. I actually really like this. I like this a lot. This is cool. Price of obsession. When calculating speed difference for skills and passive, this unit's speed is treated as if its speed minus price of obsession instead. Turn end, heal 1 HP percent HP for each price of obsession, then remove all price of obsession, max 10% heal. That's also really interesting because you are gaining this, and then, of course, the speed is taken into account here. I like it. So then the speed is taken into account here. So it's doing less damage each time. Then Sparkling Counter. If this unit did not have Multiplicative Bliss at the start of this turn, the skill is instead a clashable counter. If this unit does not have Momentary Bliss, gain 1 Momentary Bliss. Inflict 2 bleed count, gain 5 SP and inflict 2 bleed. Momentary Bliss. Gain max value 5. At the end of turn, gain 10 minus Momentary Bliss times 2 SP. Then gain 1 Momentary Bliss. This SP happens before the sanity effect, Spiraling Obsession. Okay. At 3 Momentary Bliss, Road of Cold deals Momentary Bliss minus 2 times 20% make less damage. After using Road of Gold without reusing skill, remove all Momentary Bliss. Veracity. When hitting a target with base attack skills, if this unit's speed is higher than the target's inflict 1 bleed count. Before every one of this unit's skills hits with their first coin, gain 1 price of obsession. Holy shit. I feel like Res 2 is a bit too low for that because it can be very easily accidentally activated. Res 3 would make sense for that. I feel like it's a bit too easy to accidentally activate that otherwise. Magical Voice. Ebenezer, yeah? Res 2. One ally using Gloom Affinity skills gain 2 attack power up and 10% chance to roll heads when attacking, but minus 10% chance to roll heads when clashing. I like that. I really like that. Prioritize a magical boy allies using Gloom Affinity skills. If this affected ally is a magical boy, if the affected gain 10% chance to roll heads when clashing against a mark of villainy. I really like that. Of course, peak. Then Sanity effects. Spiraling Obsession. At the end of the current turn, gain or lose current Sanity times 0.2 SP. Gain if positive, lose if negative. Narcissism. When reusing Road of Gold, SP can not be gained or lost due to sanity effects. Skill effects still apply. I like that. Did my message just not get sent? I guess it didn't. Twitch smile. So Twitch. Yeah, sometimes it just fucks with you. It's Twitch. What did you expect? Holy shit. Okay, so Dragon, I'm gonna be real. If this is one of the ones you're far less happy about, you cooked. I really like this. Have a broken passive that requires 2 gloom. Just requires 2 gloom. On the other hand, magical boys are meant to be used together, so you are actively detrimenting the teamwork if you. Yeah, I will say this should be more than 2 gloom. I think these could easily and happily be 3, but on the other hand, you are sacrificing the teamwork if you're trying to use magic boys and not using them. But also, this is still really good for 2 attack power uppers. Yeah. It seems interesting in theory, but it doesn't feel like something that actually fun to play with in the game. Cool cooling system for my rig. No. I mean, I actually like the sanity mechanics here. And the reason why is, like, yeah, instability, but also, like, playing again with this in the game is going to be, like, you know, this would, I would actually hate, wouldn't hate this, but I would like it a lot less if it didn't have reuse lose 15 SP. I would say this is a bit complicated for the game. There are ways, probably ways to make this a lot simpler. Same with like this. It's a bit complicated for the game. There are definitely ways to make it simpler. But as is, I think that this ID does a lot of like fun stuff. Haste IDs are often fun, and especially this gives the, like, you know, this gives the feeling of you're running around fucking punching people really hard, and that's fun as fuck. I will say I don't like Momentary Bliss. It feels kind of out of nowhere. It kind of feels like, oh, it's just here. You know, Price of Obsession makes a lot of sense, and I do like that, but Momentary Bliss I'm not sure about. But despite all of that, I really like the ideas behind this. I really like Skill 3. I love the Skill 3. The Skill 1 and 2 are solid and, you know, interesting enough. The Price of Obsession is really interesting. I don't have much thoughts of Sparkling Counter. I like Veracity. I honestly will give this an A. I don't think it's quite there for... There's a couple, like, parts that don't fit quite together, but I'm happy to give this an A. Yeah. Well, next ID. Oh, good. Scout noises. I'm gonna focus on the hold on. Right now, I'm gonna focus on the sort of IDs of people who have been here for a like, especially like, you know, stuff like KL and Dragon and Rattler and Void, of like the main ID maker people, because I haven't done this in a long time and I feel like they have the right to have the right to judge. Especially KL, I skip out on so many fucking KL IDs, it's insane. So here's KL's ID. Here is Sweeper Ryoshu. Sorry, wait, hold up, I haven't done my start correctly. This will be Sweeper Ryoshu, a 3-star ID with 37 speed, 181 health, 50 defense level, stagger thresholds at 80% and 20%, normal to slashing, fatal to pierce, and ineffective against blunt. Starting off with Sweep the back streets, a skill 1 with 9-3, gain 1 protection for every 50 sweeper fuel on stealth. Clash lose, gain 2 final power. Then Unbreakable Coin, inflict... Oh, Unbreakable or negative! Oh! Inflict 2 bleed, gain 1 haste, inflict 2 bleed count. Is the music a bit loud for you guys? I honestly can't tell. I might turn it down just a bit. Dyslexia moment? It is too loud. There we go. Dyslexia moment? Am I fucking tweaking? What do you mean? Gain 2 final power, Unbreakable Coin, inflicted, gain 1 haste, gain 2 bomb, gain 1 protection for every 50 fuel, sweep of fuel and self. What? 1 bleed count. Well, gain 2, inflict 2 bleed, 1 bleed count. Oh. Dear God. Protection's a lot. I will say. I'm gonna read Sweep of Fuel right now. reduce bleed damage taken equal to stack, then reduce the stack value equal to bleed damage taken when consumed heal. Okay, no, that's reasonable. I'd say defense level up or something. No, I feel like protection is underused. I feel like it has the potential to just make you immortal. But also it's sweeper. That's the game plan. I feel like, you know, we're now a tad immortality. It's 25 damage. I will say the gain 2 final power is not necessary on a clash lose. It's not at all necessary. Yeah, protection out of pity. 181 isn't that low, to be honest. Do you think you want to be losing final power because the negative coins going +1? Yeah. Well, no, I think the point is that you want to lose a clash. Anyways, 6+6, gain 1 coin power for every 6 bleed on target, max 2. 1 coin power for every 6 bleed on target, max 2. So 6+6 for a total of 12. Wait, no. Holy shit! For a total of 18, 1 coin power for every 6, max 2 for a total of what? 24? On skill 2? Getting sweeper full with this skill, reduce stagger threshold equal to the amount of it gained. I feel like that's a bit strong. Inflict 4 bead, inflict 1 bind. Gain 10 sweeper fuel, gain 10 sweeper fuel. 6+6, I remember reducing it. This is the latest image you sent to chat. What is this supposed to be? I'll judge it off that. I mean, to be fair, we have no precedent for an ID that has unbreakable negatives. We don't actually have a precedent for an in-game ID. Bokgak Kim has entirely different considerations for it than an ID would. Reducing the base to 4. Okay, so 4+6 for a total of 16, much more reasonable, and then +2 for a total of 20. That's much more reasonable. Yep, I think that's fair. Skill 3/1, trash disposal, 8+5 for a total of 18. Deal 1% more damage for every 1% of missing HP. If the target has a bleed, gain 1 coin power for a total of 20. Then 1% chance to unuse 1% chance to roll heads for every 5 sweeper fuel oneself. Inflict 4 bleed count. The second coin is unbreakable. Inflict 1 bleed count. Lose 5 SP. Reuse this coin max 4 on heads hit. I like this because it at least it guarantees a bit more. Though, now hold up. I don't think it should be. I like guaranteeing stuff. I do. I don't think it should be that easy. I feel like you could afford to have a bit less. Because if you're losing 5 SP for a total of 4 times, then you're losing 20 SP. And you're gaining a total of what? $20? Okay, you're losing 20, you're gaining 20. Fair. And it's not easy to maintain, true, because you're getting a reduced bleed damage taken, then reduce the stack value. Well, I haven't seen gain bleed, but I imagine it'll be somewhere. Do 5 SP, yeah. Then skill 3/2, 16 minus 12, 333, 1973. 1% more damage for every sweeper fuel and swell itself. Where is it saying? Once per encounter with this. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that. Chat, look at that. I like that. That's really cool. I like that. I really like that. Max 95. I like that. I really like that. Chet, that's fucking awesome. That's kind of fucking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Once per Ocado added to the draw pool, yeah, that's fucking awesome. I really like it. Instead of transforming skill 3 to this, just add an extra one. It's allowed. I really like that. It's my favorite part of the ID so far. That's fucking awesome. % more damage, gain 4 persistence. When this unit takes lead, notify consume all sweeper fuel, gain 1 leakage in this. Max HP reduced by 20% per stack. Ooh. The leakage symbols are different. How dare you? Popping in to say hello. Hello, Doctor from Frostbug. The above effect will not activate if the damage exceeds max HP. I like that. Reduced by 1. When this status is expired, add... Yeah. I like it. We'll add 50% or lower on all sweeper, but the usage will be different. Notice. HP cannot drop below 1 well until skill end. Cannot be staggered while using the skill. Unbreakable coin. Inflict 3. Unbreakable coin until 2% more damage for each HP missing. It's pretty, actually, like, reasonable, honestly. For the family, gain 1 power for every 10 sweeper fuel. Give 1 damage. It's not easy to gain sweeper fuel, so I understand why you're doing something like this. It's really hard to gain sweeper fuel. Maintaining it, I don't see any big problems so far, unless something comes up. For the family, gain 12 plus 12. Holy block. 24. Gain 1 base power for every 10 sweeper fuel for a total of 34. Give 1 damage up to all sweeper allies once per turn. I feel like that should be defense level up just because of what For the Family is, but alright. Or, you know, fucking damage reduction or whatever fucking thing you need. Heal 2 SP for every sweeper ally on the field. I like that. It's using the keywords in an interesting way as well. Liquefy. This unit killed another. Heal 5% of max HP. At the turn end, if a unit died this turn, heal 5% of max HP. On hit, gain 1 sleeper fuel for every 5 bleed on target, max 5. I know with the lowest SP heals 3 SP. If there are any allies for the same faction, they all heal an equal amount of SP. So, you say it's hard to maintain. I'm not seeing that. The only real way to lose sweeper fuel is, by the looks of it, taking bleed damage. But this isn't getting a... This isn't giving itself bleed. You're not getting bleed. Read persistence again. Consume all sweeper fuel. Yeah, but that's if I'm... Yeah, but if I'm doing well, that doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not a play until you pass 50% health. I do really like this, but this doesn't exist. And even then, at that point, I might just decide not to because I have other options to heal. You'll take your damage regardless in skill 1. I mean, unless I win the skill 1. Which is possible. Yeah, it's unlikely, but it's possible. You're taking damage regardless, but at the same time, eh. Or if I replace, you know, my skill 1s, but that's not always a consideration. I don't like considering that. By a skill 3 or passive, I still think this is a bit generous. It's generous to say it's hard to maintain. It's really easy to maintain. I could always just not use persistence. It's always an option. It's really easy to maintain. It's still really generous to say hard to maintain here. I give this a solid... If I'm being honest here, I think a high C. No, this... Okay, adding it to draw pool puts it up to a B. I think the adding to draw pool is really cool. That's a B. That's a B though. Hit me! Give me another ID! Rah! I feast! Want a pick bomb? Probably not yet. I want to do some other people's IDs. Is there a void one? Not that I can see. Talisman Faust or Gambling Rodion. Let me just... Oh, dear God, no, not Talisman. Oh my goodness, Gambling Rodion. Sorry, just so much. Let's go gambling! Let me go up. Alright. This will be Gambling Addict, Rodion. 3-star ID with 1 to 9 speed, 180 health, 48 defense level, stack of thresholds at 65%, 40%, and 20%. Fatal to slashing, normal to pierce, and ineffective against blunt. Skill 1, 1. Pair. 9 plus 2 for a total of probably less bars than Talisman Faust. Cool. I just hate Talisman. I just have a spite, and you know what? It's my stream, so... Read the passive first. New hand. Does not lose poise count on critical hit after using a skill expire poison self. If the target is attacked, suspected, deal 10% more damage! Peak! Absolute peak on crit heal, 3 SP on crit kill. Gain 1 slash damage up next turn. It's a mono slash idea as well. Not many. It doesn't matter. It's still peak. I wouldn't give a shit if that was a made-up keyword that doesn't exist. Pair. 9 plus 2 for a total of 11, and 2 plus resonance of 2 or higher. Activate 2 pairs instead. Set poise to highest resonance, max 10. Oh, I see. I understand. I love that. On crit, reuse coin for a max of fucking... Oh my goodness. For a max of 13. Inflict 2 bleed. 2 pair. Set poise to on you. Set poise to 10. Inflict 2 bleed. Reuse coin max 2 times for a total. Oh my goodness. It's 13 to 15 to 17. And then inflict 1 bleed. Hello? 3 of a kind. 4 plus 4 for a total of... My brain. 16. Add 2 resonance or 2 or higher, including absolute resonance. Activate full house instead. Set poise. Sorry, I fucking love this. Set poise to highest resonance times 3, max 15. Poise plus 5% chance to gain an attack weight plus 1. Hello? How about breaking Crook's brain and making him remember Baladro? Either way, how could you? You say remember Baladro like it's a traumatic event. Skill 2-2. Full house. Set poise to 15. Poise times 5% chance to gain attack plate plus 1. Also on crit reuse coin on this one for a total of 20. Baladro is traumatic. Is it? The Great Baladro War of 2025. Ugh. Flush 5? Is that allowed? Skill 3-1. Flush. 3 plus 3 for a total of, what is that? Fucking, this is 18. And then fucking 5 highest save absolute resonance, activate flush 5 instead, set poise to highest resonance, max fit 16. Final coin deals 10% more damage, crit damage, crit damage, crit damage, crit damage. I fucking love this because you could get so much crit damage and then just not crit here. That's fantastic. I love that. It's all gambling. Flush 5, 3 plus 3 for a total, yeah, for a total of, 18. Ugh. Set poise to 20. Gain cheater next turn! Cheater cannot gain poise. Gain 10 protection. This unit gains 20 aggro onto its leftmost spot. Turn end, this effect expires. Holy shit. Stacked deck. Wait, hold up. Stacked shuffle. Turn end. If this unit didn't get hit this turn, gain stacked deck next turn. And then empower all skills. Okay, this was initially like a joke idea, but like there's a better name than cheater, but it makes so much sense. Yeah. This was like, I thought this was going to be a joke ID. This is like genuinely really fun. This is a goated ID. I love this. I'm giving it an A. I feel like it doesn't have it doesn't have quite enough sauce, but it's a fantastic way to use poise. And oh my goodness. Combat start, one ally with the highest poise loses 4 poise and deals 20% more damage on a critical hit this turn. Kind of insane. Best ID. Chat, we found it. The best ID. The final boss of race-based teams. Yeah. Oh my god, I kind of want to give this an S, chat. Do I? Like, it's so unironically fun. It's so fun. It's just a fun fucking ID. It's like, what if we make gambling an ID? And I fucking love gambling, chat. I fucking love it. Oh my goodness, this is such a fun ID. At the time I made it, skill 3-2 would have been one of the most damaging skills in the entire game. I still think it is, like, up there. Holy shit. Is skill 2 to skill 3, at 2 res of 2 or higher. Yeah, it's fucking, yeah, 2 different resonances of 2 or higher, including an absolute resonance, activate full house instead. Fantastic. It's a full house. It's fantastic. What I love about this as well is it doesn't require you to actually memorize what this is. It requires you to know what a full house is and then just logically apply it to the game, which is really simple. Yeah, this isn't as good as the 6ID economy, true. But I really like this. I really fucking like this. Like, you just have to remember poker hands, and suddenly this makes a lot of sense. 2 plus resonances of 2 or higher, 2 resonances of 2 or higher, including 1 absolute resonance, and boom. Make cheater auto stagger because you're banned for the turn. I mean, you would just make an immobile keyword, to be honest. They cannot gain poise is enough of a downside for this idea that so heavily relies on so much stuff getting poise. I think honestly, gain to protection, you can actually afford to have it auto stagger. This is fantastic. I love this idea. Do the same as what Contempt of the Gaze does. Protection up and damage down. Yeah, true. Like, I would include damage down here somewhere. Well, shit. I didn't want to give this, you know, I don't like handing out these like candy to Void, right? I hand out S's to Void like it's fucking candy. And you know what? Like, it's kind of deserved. Void cooks. Now, I'll be real. Void, listen to me. Don't let this get to your head. You are still kind of, I'm not gonna lie, acid, you know, criticizing other people's IDs, at least from what I've seen. But, God, you cook. I mean, unless something has changed recently. I haven't been keeping up with the fucking ID discussion. Oh my goodness. Like fucking candy, man. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. I fucking love this. Is there any more IDs that I haven't, I should look at right now? False doll? Yeah. Is false here? Because I don't look at IDs of people who aren't here. Really didn't expect this to be an S. I didn't either. I looked at this and went, this is probably going to be like a Blackbeard writing, because that's what I give joke IDs that are really funny. But I do genuinely think this cooks. Honestly, okay, well, I don't want to be too unfair. But I really like this. Like, you know, there's like SIDs and fucking shit leave me with the feeling of I love this, and that's what I'm feeling right now. Is I feel like this is something I absolutely love. It's creative, it's funny. It's got a way of being a genuinely viable idea while still being a good joke. And also making it so you just have to remember poker hands and a flush 5, which gives you a cheater, because that's not possible. Like, yeah, I like it. It's a funny and fun ID, yeah. In short, it deserves to be it. Like, as much as, I usually give S's to things that do something exceptionally creative with, like, ideas, I think this is actually exceptionally creative. The thing that really pushed it over the hedge for me is at 2+ resonance of 2 or higher, including 1 absolute resonance, is such a natural way of creating a full house conditional, and also the player doesn't actually need to remember that, they just need to remember what a full house is, which is naturally incorporated into a sort of like easy to understand and like, you know, easy to digest gameplay thing. It's not hard. I do think it is like pretty like, can't really judge this idea. I'm not a fan of poker and shit. I like poker. I think it's a really fun game. And that's why I kind of like love this. Is it just requires you to hold like remember hands, which isn't a hard thing to memorize. They're really simple. So yeah. Nice. We're talking killing time. I'm either. I like blackjack, but I like poker, and I don't like actually gambling with money unless it's with mates, because it's really fun. Time killing time war! It's really fun if you're like, you know, with mates and you're putting a bit of money on the line, but I don't I'm gonna be real saying I don't ever get the chance to do it. The closest I've actually ever gotten the chance to do that was a drinking game in which we did roulette, but we betted chips on different parts, and depending on how many chips were on it, you would take shots or take a sip. And I would put all my chips on one thing, and it would always be a 50-50 shot, because I'm just like that. I'm just him. And I would drink way too much. It was insane. It was a long night. And then I keep on going, give me more chips, because I wanted to up the stakes and make it really fun. But gambling privilege here, basically the ability to shit talk without back talk for like 1 hour. I'm him, dies of alcoholism. Kinda. But also, you can't really make blackjack into an ID. Yeah, I agree. Also, one of the reasons I love this, it's making poker into an ID. That's creative. That's creative. It takes balls to do that, which is what, frankly, what Void excels at, is these creative ideas that you can naturally weave into the gameplay. It's something fun and new that is easy to use and not too complicated. Deploy the pink bomb. Is Fall still here? I forgot. I'm a forgorer. I forget shit. But yeah, this is really cool. I like it. Cook. I think it was Scarecrow? I can't remember. But I don't remember if I'm not 100% sure, which is why I'm asking. I think I've asked Falstall multiple times to just like put it in the brackets of his Discord username. Please. Like, just like, on your Discord username, you could change it any time. Please, just put a bracket in your chat username so I can remember. Because I always forget. I keep on forgetting. I don't have good memory, chat. I don't have a very good memory. I'm not the best. I'm not that goated. Well, maybe a bit, but not that goated, you know? You're admin, you can do it yourself. True. My name is different, but you still remember? You've been here for literal years, KL. Or at least 1 year. I can't remember at this point. Once we get the 2nd anniversary of Limbus Company, it would have been years. Oh, so it's not different right now? Are you fucking stupid? Sorry, it is different. I just changed it to L project. Level? What the fuck? Am I tweaking? Oh yeah, no, it is. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna change your name on this to put in brackets. Yeah. It's April. Wait, no, it's May. 2 years already, I think, yeah. Been a long time, man. Yeah, I'm gonna change it to false doll. In brackets Scarecrow, so I can remember. Because I keep on forgetting. Alright, which one did you want? I feel like you wanted one specific one. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll find a way for ads. For those who wanted ads, sup? You're the cool ones. I don't know how you got out of ads, whether it be you're a subscriber or you just beat Twitch's stupid ass fucking system. What's up? Am I subscribed? No. I think you just beat Twitch's stupid ass system, which is even better. Yeah. Scarecrow, which one did you want us to judge? I feel like you had something in mind earlier that I can't remember. I'm getting through these fast, chat. I'm on a fucking roll. We haven't been distracted by stupid fucking thing yet. Red Yi Sang. How far up is that? Reliable, yeah, okay. Go from bottom, I said. This will be Reliable Excavations Demolition Fixer Yi Sang. A 3-star ID with 5 to 10 speed, 125 health, 48 defense levels, stagger thresholds at 66% and 33%. Okay, chat. I'm mad. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. This is a public service announcement. Round to the nearest 5. It's more satisfying to look at. Please. Round to the nearest 5. Even better, round to the nearest 10. Please. Oh, so bro is chips. Bro is chips. Yeah. No, divisible by 5 is just the standard that you should be doing. Hello, Solarios. Welcome. Can we send an arbiter to this guy's house? They already tried. I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying taxes. Don't care who the head sends. I think I've been doing 80-20 too much. I think 80 is really high. Be careful when you're doing that. When 80, you want to make... Yeah, 80 is making the ID pretty fragile. Oh, so I would say, honestly, as a trade-off for being sticks, 1 stagger threshold's allowed. Because you are literal sticks. You're allowed 1 stagger threshold, I'd say at 50%. Just dead middle. It would be reasonable. Because you're literal sticks here. Like, you're nothing. Fatal to slashing, ineffective to pierce, and normal against blunt. Skill 1, Infernal Home Run. 5+2 for a total of... Sticks? That's 8. That's not... That's 9. That's nothing. 1 coin power for every 5, so... Okay, it is now 11, then 13, which is fair. I think that could honestly afford to be 6+2. That could afford to be 6+2. 6+2, and raise this a bit. Inflict 3 bleed, inflict 1 burn. Bleed burn is interesting. Skill 2, Armor Force of Nature. 4+4. Is that right? For a total of 12? Inflict 2 bleed count. Consume 3 bleed count to inflict. That's not worth it. That could just be inflict 5 bleed. Especially because you're a 3-star ID. You're allowed to be powerful. Burn shows up... Okay, so what I have so far is Burn is showing up once and never again. That's not a good... Yeah, I'm not feeling 3-star. This could easily be 2-star. But Burn shows up once and never again. Never do that. Just, like, if you're going, you know... If you're going to use a status, try to use it throughout. Do not do it on 1 skill. Do not do it, Does this really not feel like a false ID? Where's the source? Where's this funny stuff? True. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Oh, so Sun on a Stick sucks. Yeah, just because in the game it sucks doesn't mean you make it on the ID it sucks. That's really stupid. You know, unless it's a 2-star ID, I think that's fairly reasonable. But even then, burn shows up out of nowhere. And this isn't like TF2 where, like, you know, IDs are based on teamwork. There's no benefit to having multiple guys do afterburn on TF2. There is benefit to just having afterburn in TF2. It's different balance considerations. I would have made this something else. That's how fairly, this is way too low for a skill 2. You haven't done the offense levels yet, which some people forget, that's fair. But this is way too low for a skill 2. There's no reason for it to be this low. And consume 3 bleed, counter inflict 5 bleed, it's just not worth it. How failure tastes. +2 final power if 1 coin is left. An interesting idea, but I don't think it's interesting enough. 5 + 2 is also just way too low for a skill 3. When I'm making an ID, I always take a look at other IDs and make sure I understand what their numbers are so I can make something interesting. For example, I based a lot of the E.G.O numbers for, if I'm doing a Z and E.G.O, I look at a couple of Z and E.G.Os, I go, this is the sort of area that they usually go around. I could do a bit above that, a bit below that, but it depends on what I want. You've gone and done an 11 power skill 3. Okay, now that that's sunk in. Yeah. Inflict 2 bleed count and Mad Milk count to an enemy, 2 additional enemies. Holy shit! Holy shit! 15% of damage dealt. But still, there should be a max here. A max of the percentage of HP that someone can get back from this. Holy shit! Keep in mind, there are skills in this game that could do upwards of 1,000 damage. Yeah. If this unit is the only coin to instantly stagger the enemy, does not affect damage. No! Oh, so how is skill 2 gonna... Okay, I guess it's an unbreakable coin, but... Then I just lose this and I instantly stagger the enemy? No! No! It decays... Also, no. Flat HP caps are cringe. No, I think this should be kept at a percentage of the healing. I think that this should be capped at the percentage of healing. For example, max 30% heal. 30% max HP. Not flat HP. I agree, flat HP caps are cringe, which is why this should be capped at a percent. But also, I still think, look, on 2 coins, you can do insane damage in this game. Ludicrous damage in this game. You could fully heal a sinner in this game. On 2 coins. Not even considering the fact that, we're also... Yeah, no, I think that's a bit much. 30% attack is HP? Yeah, exactly. Max 30% attack is max HP. Attacks HP. That way, it's actually fairly capped. No! Inflict 2 bleed, inflict +2 bleed count. Yeah, no. Instantly stagger is the realm of E.G.O gifts. Not the realm of IDs, at least not yet. Especially, yeah. This skill is unopposed. Use Armor Force of Nature as a Wrath Affinity skill to random enemy or abnormality part. I don't like that. Well, I like that, but also don't. God's Gift to Women. 1+1 less damage up for every ally female sinner. No. No. I'm here to sit with you and say no. No. Conditionals like that... What did they do to my Yi segment? Conditionals like that fucking suck in games because it actively discourages proper teamwork. There's an interaction in Rainbow Six Siege that I despise, and it's because There's this hacker in Rainbow Six Siege called Dokkaebi. There's also another character, I can't remember their name, but for some time, Dokkaebi couldn't hack this character's phone. And the reason why is because that character blocked Dokkaebi's number. There's multiple reasons I hate this as an interaction. First of all, it's a hyper-specific interaction that just objectively gives you a boost when using a certain thing against a certain character, but also it doesn't make sense for it to be blocking a number. This is completely... Lost damage up is completely out of character for, I think, every character in the game, and feels I don't give a shit if it's Team Fortress 2 Scout. Fun fact, Team Fortress 2 Scout is a sleazeball. This is a weird, you know, sorry, do we have HR in Limbus Company? Because I feel like we need to call HR. It's also extremely out of character for almost any of the characters in this game. It's extremely out of character. Not only do I hate this on a storytelling aspect, as mentioned in Heathcliff's opening text, I hate this as a story aspect. I hate that this is on you saying. I hate this gameplay-wise, and I especially hate the subtext of this. No, especially because it's less damage up. No, I'm sorry. This alone would make me give this an F. There's so much wrong with this, and there's more. There's more. The attacker gains man milk. Yeah, no. Gameplay-wise, this fucking sucks. I don't like it. The worst part of this is the gameplay-wise, but also I don't like the subtext, and I don't like the implications. Like, we have Sinner's people mimicking people all the time. They won't even they won't cross some barriers. Yeah. I also think that, like, it's not even that in character for Scout TF2. If this was Spy TF2, honestly, I'd be more down with it. Scout TF2 is a sleazeball, and he's meant to be portrayed as one. Also, you've done Scout v TF2, but you haven't mentioned Haste once, and that just slightly annoys me. And of course this sucked. I mean, don't make excuses for yourself. You know? At the end of the day, like, it's fine if an ID sucks. Just learn. Spy TF2 wouldn't cheat on his chauffeur. Do you know what a spy is? I mean, you probably wouldn't, like, gain an emotional attachment to him, but he will definitely seduce a woman if it meant, you know, doing something beneficial to him. Reminded that the world of the La Mancha Land exists because Gregor can't hold a poker face. Yeah, I'm giving this an F. Yeah, I'd make this ID more like Sing South Dawn. You haven't done Haste for a Scout ID, which feels out of place. Yeah, I'm giving this an F. I'm sorry, but there's just so much I dislike about this. There's actually a kind of Primal La Mancha Land fell apart because the priest never told Sancho what was happening to the blood fleets, and Gregor couldn't keep the same lie. And that's why Greg is my goat. Sorry, I don't know. For some reason, this really rubs me off the wrong way. I don't like it. The priest did damned if the priest didn't. I mean, no. No, La Mancha Land is doing pretty well in the universe with Don Quixote. They are much happier. Like, pretty, like, objectively, they are doing better. Yeah, Papa Don was stabbed a bit more, but, like, La Mancha Land was doing better. Damned if the priest did. Damned if the priest did keep his secret. Not damned if he didn't. Lust does not equal... Also, just lust does not equal lust of the skin. The implication is that it's lust of the skin. There's not many other implications that could hold here. I hate to break it to you. I agree with this. I literally have an idea. I literally made an ID of, where was it? I made this for someone at some point, and I did Konfuko as a lust skill because it's the, you know, wanting to spread the music far and wide. There's not much. I don't like that. So Mad Milk got a lust skill. Oh. I know. Dragon, I fucking know. I know. I'm not a fucking idiot. The implication here is that it is, though. Sorry, I would have to stretch the definition in order to mean it isn't. I hate to say it. I'm not saying for you, Croak. I still... Yeah, but it can. And that's what it means here. It's allowed to mean that. I'm honestly have no problem with lust equaling lust of the skin. I don't like it here. It feels... No. Also, just a small nitpick. What's the point of making it max 5 and a 6 in a world? Just a small nitpick. Just make it... No max. We live in a 6 in a world. Shut the fuck up. Dumbiek. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, F. I'm not gonna lie. Let me get my actual live reaction. Chat, this is my live reaction. This is me. It's 6 and it was the reason for +5. It's naturally capped at 5. There's no point in saying max 5. You understand? It's a natural cap, not a forced one. The only reason you might say it if you wanted it below 5. But also there's the 7 sinner, and then you're just restricting it to 5 for no reason. It's naturally capped at 5. Also, mechanic isn't a thing. It's a passive, and then this is always active. Restricted to do adjacent female sitters? Maybe. I still think the mechanic, if it had to be a thing, yeah. But it doesn't have to be a thing. I really hate it. It rubs me a long way. I'm not gonna lie, I was reading down here, the moment I saw this, I was like, oh no. Oh. Just like from a game design perspective as well, restricting it to certain story centers is dumb. It also just, you know, disregards teamwork. On many levels, I hate this. Can we get another ID on my screen? I'm gonna keep on yapping about this. Yeah, pink bomb. I thought I did in the name of love or hate. I've done Sinclair and Honglu. Huh. Dragon. Say this as nicely as I can. And I think you agree. This hurts my fucking eyes. Holy shit. The reason I call it the pink bomb. I guess, yeah. Holy shit. Get not enough? What the fuck do you mean not enough? Please, don't make him do more. Oh my god. Well. Yeah, only one of the skills is envy. Of course. Wrath is much more fitting for, to be honest. Tasman review. Motherfucker!
Folks, there's a front out to our south. It's a stationary front that's going to lift north this evening as a warm front, and then basically become stationary again across our northern counties and kind of linger this entire week. If you have the chance,
Coffee.
thunderstorms, also little disturbances rumbling along this thing will bring us a chance for rain.
I'm getting some snacks, chat. Holy shit. Chad, this is kind of goated. Jacob's Bite, sweet chili, and sour cream. Holy shit. This is great. My ass is starting to hurt. I'm looking at chat. Let's look at the list of identities in Limbus Company chat. Oh, chance for precipitation. Ah! Look, chat, it's all the fucking IDs in the game. Gonna delay it as long as he can. I need my snacks before I do this. I need my fucking snacks. I need to, you know, eat up. No more rustling sound effects. I put them in a bowl. Sound effects. This unit has an appetite is one of the best wordings in this game. Big ordeal to get to his hubby. Nihil Gregor. My god. Poor LCZB manager Rodion. Got hella shafted. No! Please! Please! I'm really excited to see this. Anyways. Oh. I'm really excited to see our corp in the next canto. Anyway. This will be LCE E.G.O. in the name of love and hate. Meursault, a 3-star ID with 3 to 7 speed, 205 health, 51 defense level, sacrificial to 70%, 40%, and 25%, normal to slashing, normal to pierce, and normal against blunt. And way too much pink. Skill 1, with love, 3 plus 4 for a total of 12. Wait, no, that's not right. That's 11. At 10 plus righteousness, base power plus 2 for a total of 15. Then at 10 hysteria, coin power plus 1 for a total of 17? Am I right? Am I reading that right? Am I tweaking? Oh, wait, hold up. $15. I'm tweaking. Yeah, I am tweaking. That's 13, that's 15. I'm so sorry, chap. Max 20 potency and count. The potency of the status is called Hysteria. The count of the status is called Righteousness. When gaining poise potency, gain poise divided by 2 Hysteria instead. Wait, holy shit, this cooks. Wait, I like this. It's definitely taking inspiration from Ryoshu's, Red Eye Ryoshu's sort of thing, but it's really interesting. Oh. Hello? Do these lower? Sorry. I'm eating. Okay. We're getting poise potency. Okay. Max 20 potency and count. The potency of this status is called Hysteria. The count of this status is called Righteousness. When gaining poise potency, gain poise divided by 2 Hysteria instead. When gaining charge count, gain an equal amount of Righteousness instead. This unit cannot gain poise count or charge potency. Hysteria. Unique poise for adverse change. Max value 20. This unit gains a Hysteria times 5% chance to critically hit when attacking, which is as usual. And 20 Hysteria cancel all effects that would give this unit charge, count, or righteousness, which is interesting. Question. Do these lower on hit? Or do these lower through effects? Lower through effects, okay. Righteousness, unique charge count for adverse change. Max value 20, this unit has righteousness times 5% chance to heal one random other ally by 5 HP or 3 SP when attacking. Is it a 50-50 chance? I imagine it's a 50-50. 50, 5 minus, whoa! No, yeah, that's 50-50. At 20 righteousness, cancel all effects that would give this unit poise or hysteria. Yeah. Do more damage, help more people. I like it. It's also a very interesting take on like a multi-done idea. Applies to the enemy that dealt the most skills damage to allies. If no enemy has skill damage to allies, applies to the enemy with the most X HP. When a magical boy uses a base attack skill that is indiscriminate, this unit is prioritized. Oh! Oh! I really like that. I really like that. That's really cool. Yeah, I imagined. That applies to all magical boys. That's really interesting. That weaves into the rest of the... Oh, I really like that. Yeah, I imagined. That's why I like it. If it was just this, it would be far less interesting. The name of love and justice. 6 plus 4 for a total of 14. For every 10, sum of righteousness and hysteria, coin power plus 1 for max 2. For a total of 18. Deal 50% more damage for every 5 hysteria. Gain 2 righteousness if the villain target does not have mark of villainy. Gain 1 hysteria. Gain 2 righteousness if the target does not have mark of villainy. Gain 1 hysteria. Arcana beats. 5 plus 2 for a max of... Huh. I don't know why I can't think today. Am I okay? 11! Holy shit! I'm so sorry, chat. But this gain 2 coin power for every 5 righteousness itself. This skill gain coin power in this way, cancel all effects that would give this unit righteousness until the end of this attack. Spend 5 righteousness, 30% damage on a critical hit, spend 5 righteousness, 50% damage on critical hit, spend 5 righteousness, 80% damage. At 20 righteousness or use hysteria, use Arcana Slave instead. When spending righteousness with this skill, spend 5 hysteria to guarantee a critical hit. These are separate lines, right? Because, yeah, no, they are. Okay, I like that. And this is coin tower plus 2 for every 5 with a max of 3. So coin power plus 6, making this a 5 plus 8, which is then 18, 16, 24, 29. Big. But kind of deserved. The unit has 20 Arcana Slave, 8 plus 8 for a total of 24. If this unit has 20 hysteria, this attack becomes indiscriminate. If it has too many righteousness. Oh, so it's attack weight 3. Heal self and 2 other allies with the least edge from 50% of max HP. Reroll righteousness and hysteria from self. 50% more damage to targets marked. Crit damage for targets marked with markability. Apologize, more little froggy boy. Sorry, that's a weird as fuck thing to say. I'm timing you out. It's just a weird thing to say, dog. I didn't like that. Weird ass thing to say. What the fuck? I'm just here, dog. Holy shit! I see. Oh, I like this. Oh, shit. I like this. Oh. That's awesome. Gain adverse change. In the name of love and justice, encounter... I didn't read this. Sorry, I didn't read this out loud. 20 righteousness or hysteria, activate Arcana Slave instead. 8 plus 10 for a total of 18. Equalize the amount of righteousness and hysteria this unit has on combat start. I really like that. That's awesome. Encounter start, gain adverse change. At the start of every turn, apply Mark of Villainy to the appropriate enemy. When clashing against an enemy with Mark of Villainy, gain 4 righteousness or clash win, or 4 hysteria on clash lose. When hitting an enemy with Mark of Villainy, gain 1 righteousness. If this unit attacks kills an enemy with Mark of Villainy, gain 10 righteousness. When hit by an enemy with Mark of Villainy, gain 2 hysteria. If this unit fails to do any damage to Mark of Villainy, gain 3 hysteria. Unstable, support. Is this supposed to be passive? Or is this supposed to be support? Yeah, I just imagined. Unstable. If righteousness is higher than hysteria, gain 1 righteousness when gaining righteousness. If hysteria is higher than righteousness, gain 1 hysteria when gaining righteousness. Deal hysteria plus righteousness, more critical damage with base attack skills. I like that. Support passive. At the end of each turn, apply Mark of Villainy to the appropriate enemy. When dealing damage to enemy marked with Villainy, deal 10% more damage. Alright. That's it. I'm not gonna lie, chat. This cooks. I really like this. I like this a lot. I don't think it's quite S, because I'm not giggling with joy. But this really cooks. Now that I think about it more, I'm gonna give Gambling an A. As much as I do like it, there's some parts missing. Downgraded. I hate that you like the IDs I don't feel good about. I like this. I like this. I think it's not the best. I think it's either high B or low A. But this cooks. There's some parts that I would like better. It's a bit confusing at some ends. And it will be very hard to play around with not being able to get righteousness or hysteria in certain parts. That's really hard to play around, especially in Mirror Dungeon. But, on the other hand, I really like this. I think the part I actually really did, the only part I dislike is 20 hysteria and 20 righteousness cancelling. I think it would be powerful without that. I think this is low A. Yeah, this is the welfare for the event these IDs are from. I think it's low A. I'm gonna be real. I like it. It's really good. All right. Yeah, we get into the graded configurations. It's gonna be interesting. I have a couple options now. I end stream early because this has been a fantastic stream. So I've gone through a lot of IDs. Or if someone has an ID they really want to get out, I'm happy to do it. So if one guy has like a W-bit I did. Dragon bend that guy. Don't actually. Motherfucker. Do you have a really old one? We have an E.G.O, or yeah, I could just yap for a bit. Honestly, I need to do snacks more on stream. This is helping. Fantastic. Also, now that the mic doesn't pick up literally everything I do. Talk about Lancer or something? So chat, let me set this up. Give me a second. Chat. Let me tell you about Kane. I'm actually not going to go through this much because this is a paid-for book and I don't want to show it all. But Kane's a really fucking cool thing. Kane is made by the same creator as Lancer, at least one of the same designers as Lancer. And it's really fucking cool. And I'm about to join a I literally started a campaign recently with it. There is a secret world for those with the eyes to see it. The vast majority of the humanity blindly swims in a potent psychic melange. The soul fuses us like a roiling sea of emotion and memory. All humans naturally produce this field, though some are more sensitive to it than others. They may see auras, read emotions, or see supernatural phenomena, ghosts, apparitions, or echoes of the things that are not there. However, for a select few, the connection to the shadow presence goes deeper. It darkens, coalesces, and twists into something intangible and powerful. These powers feed on the deep psyche, emotion, and mental state of humans, the sunless and subconscious torrent that flows beneath the surface of human thought. Oh my god, it's Project Moon! Check out Ken, it's really cool. I've started campaigning it. My guy's a little fucking, a little fucking scrimbler who's really happy, who's going to get ruined. At least that's the plan. He's going to get completely ruined, but yeah. Ken's really cool. Thrive the rivers. You are a tool, a weapon of the highly secretive and supra-governmental organization, Kane, in an official capacity of an exorcist. You have grace, the ability to perceive sins, and manifest powerful, highly honed of psychic techniques called blasphemies. You have a single purpose in this world, to hunt down all the sins and execute them with extreme prejudice until the stain has been wiped away. It's kind of fire. It's kind of raw as fuck, I'm not gonna lie, chat. But yeah, I'm gonna yap into, I'm probably gonna end the stream here. I'm sorry for ending streams early. I'm getting back into the swing of things after being gone for a long while. I was just gone for a while, and I feel bad, so I'm getting back into the swing of things right now. Who do I raid? Join the raid. Join the raid right now, otherwise you will be caned. The governmental organization will kidnap you and for years force you to train, probably break a few bones until you fight sins that you'll probably die fighting. Have a great day, and adios. Bye-bye.